One of the most important factors I look into when choosing vegetables is whether or not they're in season. Now, eating seasonally, I feel, is one of the most important factors because it brings our body back into balance and it connects us with the natural rhythm of the earth. Now, while eating tomatoes in January to make salsa is great, and it's very convenient that we live in a global community so we could have access to any ingredient we want, whenever we want, I don't feel it truly connects us to our natural landscape around us or the seasons. And so tuning into what grows in season is super important, and I want to take you through the 4 seasons and show you what vegetables might be in tune with that season. Spring is all about reemergence, and after the snow melts and the ground thaws, we get our fresh shoots like these pea tendrils, and one of the first vegetables to pop out are the perennial asparagus. You'll also find in the spring some of nature's most nutrient-dense wild foods, and that's when we get our nettles, our chickweed, our dandelion shoots out, our ramps, which is the wild leek, and of course the fiddlehead fern. Spring is the time where we come out of that hibernation, when the bear comes out of hibernation, and we get those nutrient-dense sprouts that really spring us back into life and get us back into action after that long winter slumber. So the spring vegetables are really important. That's when you get your spring peas and your baby leeks and your baby onions. Those are the time where we really set the foundation for the remainder of the year, and you start by those chlorophyll-rich green vegetables. Yeah. When summer rolls around, so does the heat and the intensity of the sun. So most perfectly, our summer vegetables are all about hydration. We have, of course, here our celery and our cucumber, and you can't forget the tomato, and you get those wonderful summer squashes and eggplants and beans. And summer is all about freshness. It's all about bringing in the bounty, and it's all about bringing in a bounty that we will be able to preserve in the later months or to enjoy in the later months. As we move towards fall, that's when we get into the harvest season, and we get our broccolis and all our fall plantings that we hopefully will be able to use and store throughout the winter. Without refrigeration, we need vegetables that will store in cold temperatures for long periods of time, and that's when our roots come into hand. And so we have for here obviously some beets and some carrots, and we could talk about all of our winter vegetables and winter squashes and potatoes, all the foods that are going to keep us sort of warm and cozy throughout the winter. As you can see, winter is the slumber, and if you live in a northern climate like I do here in Maine, there's not much activity outside because of all the intense cold and snow that happens. So winter is all about kind of honing in, hibernating. Just like the bear hibernates in the winter, we should do the same, and it's just a time to slow down from the intensity of summer where we're extremely active, gathering everything up through the fall, and then taking that all and just kind of honing it in through winter. So we get into our grounding roots and our grounding kind of starchy vegetables like the butternut squash, the potatoes, and it's just the time of the year to eat those warming stews and soups and roasted root vegetables. It's a perfect time of year for that. And so while we can get these vegetables at other times of the year, winter is maybe the most important time to enjoy them.